Today's horoscope, Capricorn April 17, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Mercury moves back into your sector of home and family today, where it will visit until May 10th. Mercury spent some time here from March 3rd to the 29th, but later backed up due to a retrograde and didn't have a chance to complete its transit. Now and as you advances, you'll get the opportunity to resume conversations and projects or plans with family and those related to house and home. Projects might gain momentum now. It's an excellent time for deep thinking and renewing old methods. More activity, especially mental engagement, is likely in your domestic world. Today's energies are good for cooperation. Something or someone can stir your imagination. You're also likely to reminisce about the past and perhaps romanticize or glorify it a little. Leaving things open to interpretation is best now as Mercury heads into alignment with Neptune. This can also be a time when a creative idea or realization comes to you, and it's been a long time coming. There is always a reason to celebrate love and open your heart, and the cosmic weather today will indeed show you just that. As mental Mercury, the cosmic messenger planet of the mind and logic, continues to shimmy through the heavens, he will unite with Neptune. This ensures that you will have absolutely incredible discussions with your one and only. If you'd like to have a heart-to-heart or negotiate something, perhaps moving in, long-term plans, or even where you'd like to vacation in the year to come, so today or tomorrow, you'll find such a sweet and compassionate rapport. Do you know what you want? Since the beginning of March, you may have questioned if you had your priorities straight. You may have wondered if it is time to focus more on your personal life instead of your career path. While the last few weeks have not been easy, they have given you plenty of time to introspect about the kind of work and life balance you want moving forward. As Mercury re-enters Aries today, you should revisit the conversation about changing your schedule to fit your priorities and responsibilities. You have great character and want to make the most of a bad experience once you are far enough away from it. Nothing will help you get through hard times more than regular exercise that involves deep breathing. It sorts out the body and mind by generating the flow of freshly oxygenated blood and improving your circulation. Yoga is probably something you do already. Try to find the best time of day to practice for you and make it a healthy habit. Working with others doesn't always go over too well on this day. The power of this vibration often encourages you to pull back from the masses and to reach within yourself. For you, working with others is probably as common as sleeping, making this vibration a good way to strike a better balance in your life. Without time to yourself to be alone with your thoughts and feelings, you can become drained. Take the time you need to rejuvenate. It was 17 days ago that Mercury, the planet of communication, retrograde back into your communication sector, in Venus, the planet of love, 3 days earlier. Both are back in direct motion, and while Venus will continue her mission to give your heart and your relationships a voice for the rest of the month, Mercury leaves today. 2 days before Mars is due to finally leave your relationship sector, Mercury leaves you with everything needed to keep the communication lines open. Meanwhile, Mercury is off to help you get the most out of the Sun's final days in your home and family sector. To have had Venus and Mercury, the planets of love and communication, both retrograde back into your communication sector at the end of last month was always going to be good news for your relationships, but especially with Mars still in your relationship sector. While Venus is here for the rest of the month and will keep working to give your heart and your relationships a voice, 2 days before Mars is due to leave your relationship sector, Mercury leaves. Not before leaving you with everything needed to keep the communication lines open. Daily Planetary Overview. As we enter the second half of Mercury's post-retrograde shadow phase, the cosmic tides begin to shift yet again, this time with Mercury re-entering bold, fiery Aries. If you've been feeling like you've been walking through mental fog, dealing with lingering miscommunications, delays, or second-guessing your decisions, you're not alone. But here's the good news: clarity is on the horizon. This period marks an opportunity to wrap up the last threads of Mercury retrograde's chaos. It's a time for resolution, reflection, and most importantly, courage. Mercury in Aries empowers you to speak your mind with renewed honesty and assertiveness. If something's been weighing on you, this is your cosmic green light to release it. Whether it's a conversation you've been avoiding, a truth you've been holding in, or even a realization about your path forward, now is the time to be boldly authentic. That said, being direct doesn't have to mean being harsh. This isn't about confrontation for the sake of it, it's about owning your thoughts and feelings in a way that clears space for growth. And when we communicate from a place of self-awareness, we make room for deeper understanding in our relationships. You may find yourself encountering some lingering challenges over the next few days, old issues resurfacing, delays in plans, or misaligned expectations. Don't view these moments as setbacks. Instead, see them as opportunities to refine your course. Life has a way of giving us gentle nudges, and sometimes strong pushes, in the direction we're meant to go. If you're noticing recurring themes or emotional patterns, ask yourself what the lesson is. What are you being asked to revisit, and how can you approach it differently this time? When change arrives, and it likely will, try not to resist it. We all know how tempting it can be to cling to the familiar, even when it's not serving us. But change often carries the seeds of our next breakthrough. Whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal mindset, welcome these shifts with open arms. You may be surprised at the new people, ideas, and experiences that enter your life as a result. Of course, with all this fiery energy in the air, it's important to temper boldness with mindfulness. If you feel yourself getting impatient or frustrated, especially with others, pause and breathe. You may find yourself involved in more disagreements than usual, particularly if you're projecting a "my way or the highway" attitude. This is a good time to practice active listening, to tune into what others are feeling, even if they're not saying it outright. If someone's being difficult or evasive, don't let it derail your day. Sometimes, extending grace is more powerful than proving a point. In relationships, romantic, platonic, or professional, you may notice some tension, especially if you've been keeping things bottled up. Instead of jumping into conflict, take a moment to check in with yourself. What are you really feeling? What do you need? Once you're clear on that, approach the situation with calm confidence. Communication doesn't have to be dramatic to be effective. Financially, this may not be the ideal time to make big moves. If you've been feeling uncertain about money or frustrated by missteps in spending, take it as a cue to slow down and reassess. Avoid large investments or high-risk ventures for now. Stick to smaller purchases, budget mindfully, and if you're working with financial advisors, be especially discerning. This isn't about fear, it's about smart, intentional choices that align with your long-term security. Your physical health and well-being may also need some gentle attention. You might be feeling pressure from multiple areas of your life right now, which can lead to stress. But stress doesn't have to derail your wellness. Instead of abandoning your routine altogether, find a rhythm that honors where you are. Maybe that means taking a slower walk instead of a long workout, or meditating for a few minutes before bed. This is a great time to reconnect with your body's signals, learn what balance looks like for you, not just what the world says it should be. Many people think self-care is about bubble baths or spa days, and while those are lovely, real self-care also looks like being honest about your limits, saying no when needed, and nourishing your body with movement and rest in equal measure. If you've let your wellness routine slip lately, consider this your invitation to come back, not with guilt, but with curiosity. So, as this next chapter unfolds, embrace the clarity that Mercury in Aries brings. Be brave with your words, thoughtful with your actions, and open to the lessons life is offering you, especially the unexpected ones. You are being invited to move forward, not with force, but with presence.